Okay, so good evening everyone. My name is Constable Amy Biggerstaff. I'm probably one of the youngest females that are sitting over here at the moment, but, but they all look like they're 21 and they're fabulous. Like Kelly said, I graduated in the end of June and I've been on the road for a total of 6 weeks and 5 days today. If you asked me when I was 6 years old what I wanted to be when I grew up, it was a ballerina. Man, I had some moves. At 11, I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer, but when I discovered that it included like maths and science, that was out. At 15, I wanted to be the CEO of a big company. And then at 18 years old, I couldn't even decide what I wanted to do when I was at uni. Like, there were so many degrees out there that the choice is endless. But despite this, I've always felt that what I wanted to do most was have a career where I could make a real difference in the community. Thursday, the 5th of December, 2013, that was the day that I finally knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was already working in the AFP, in the intelligence division, as an unsworn operative. And that was the day that I also attended the graduation ceremony of one of my fellow colleagues who had just finished his training here at the college. I knew there and then that I too wanted to be a fully sworn police officer. As fate would have it, the expression of interest actually opened that afternoon. And so here I am today, offering you guys a little insight to what it has been an absolute whirlwind experience since the moment that I clicked send on my job application. Day one at college, holy moly, I was nervous as all heck. It was ridiculous. I sat in a room with 26 unfamiliar faces. I remember thinking to myself that it was going to be a pretty big challenge to remember the names and faces to those 26 people. But what I didn't know at the time was that those 26 people would become the main reason for why I had such a great experience here at the college. They became my colleagues and my peers, my mentors and my motivators, the occasional shoulder to cry on, and most definitely the source of many good times, a few drinks down in the bar, lots of fun and plenty of laughs. Above everything else though, they became my second family, and that's something that it sticks with you when you come here to the AFP, that your colleagues are your second family, that your boss is your second family. We look after each other, and whether you're unsworn or sworn, that's the thing that you will notice straight away when you join the job. For 6 months, I ate, I slept, I trained, and I learned under the same roof as my new second family. In the classroom, we were drilled day in, day out about everything to do with legislation and the rules governing evidence, our police powers, and the criminal offences. Our class instructors were pretty relentless in reminding us that this would be our bread and butter. It was always our bread and butter. We heard that phrase so many times that my course actually implemented a fine system where we actually had to donate $1 every time one of our instructors said that. Needless to say that our end of course celebration dinner funds were pretty healthy by the end of it. But more than that, I really did learn everything that I needed to know to become an effective new constable on the road. It really is the bread and butter of the job. So let me reassure you that college wasn't all classroom based. Some of my fellow colleagues here have told you about their training and some of the cool things we did get to do. Yes, there was OC exposure, it was horrible, but it was the most valuable experience that I actually had here at college, because I will think twice about what I deliver to someone else in my use of force options. And it also means that I know that if I happen to receive a secondary exposure, that I can get through and that I have the trust of my colleagues supporting me 100%. Yes. I participated in operational safety training. I learned to use my firearm and all of the accoutrements that you can see on me today. I did learn some pretty sweet self-defense techniques, including AFP approved pressure points, strikes and kicks. Needless to say that my little brother is now just a little bit scared of me. And I also discovered that I can deliver a pretty mean elbow strike, considering that previously against my brother, my way of defending myself with my elbows looked a little bit like this. But to cut a 6-month story short, I passed the training with flying colours, and I now get to spend every single shift doing the job that I absolutely love. In my extremely short time on the road, I have already been involved in a high-speed pursuit. I've assisted in an incident where I got to put on a bulletproof vest. I've been first on scene at a major vehicle collision, and I've even been in a foot pursuit which ended up in an arrest, and we got him. We got him good. And I too did outrun my male counterparts. Not to mention that I've done all the other tasks that are involved with being an everyday police officer. I've investigated lots of crimes, thefts, burglaries, etc. Yep, my family and friends, they do worry about me every now and then, but they're more than reassured that my training here at the college has prepared and equipped me with the skills and the knowledge that I need to do my job properly. My new team now are my new second family, and every day that I go to work, I trust them with my life. It's how it works here at the AFP. We're always looking out for each other. We're always looking out for our partners, our families, and the community as a whole. I can't reiterate to you guys enough, that being here at college was fantastic. It was the coolest thing ever. It was like coming to boarding school, except you're with a great bunch of people and you get fed and trained and you just learn the most amazing things ever. So I strongly encourage you all to apply. If you want to ask questions at the end, that's great.
Thank you.